Continuing coverage on bullying at an elementary school in Manchester. Parents there are speaking out about its brutal impact on their children. Since we first reported the problem just yesterday, parents in Manchester are reaching out to offer support to families in pain. Unfortunately, this is not an isolated incident. Bullying is something school communities work to stem all of the time. So joining me now to talk about the challenges out there is Sandi Soucie with the Governor's Prevention Partnership. Sandi, thank you so much for being here today. We appreciate having you here. We can pick your brain about this unbelievable statistic here. Your research shows 22% of Connecticut school children have experienced bullying. We're talking about, what is that, 1 in 4 kids are going through this?
Yeah, it's definitely a problem, right? It's a problem that we can't ignore. And so we really need to talk about this and find ways to address this.
Stronger anti-bullying legislation went into effect in Connecticut back in 2011. How is that protecting families?
So that legislation is making it so that incidents of bullying can be better reported, right, and are easier for students and families to report. And so really it means that schools have to have the structures in place to be able to support that and to make it clear to families and students up front at the beginning of the school year exactly what it is that they can do to report incidents of bullying.
So there's a protocol. If your child comes home and you are hearing things that are breaking your heart, frankly making your blood boil when you listen to some of this stuff, you have a path, a way forward to help your child out.
Absolutely, absolutely. And schools really need to be proactive about making sure that they're communicating that information. And that's one of the best things that we can do to help prevent bullying, is make it clear that it's not okay, that we need to create a climate in school where students are accepted no matter what, where it's a safe climate that they can come to learn.
And where the communication is so open.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about the pain. We have a little soundbite of what one parent in Manchester had to say about what her child's going through. Can we take a listen?
He has tried to hurt himself because these kids make him feel like he should not be living. They take his food from him at lunch and call him too fat to eat, among various other things. It's a battle every day just to get him to be happy. And at 4th grade, it shouldn't be that way.
She's exactly right. At 4th grade, at any age, it should just not be that way. What is your message to parents to be proactive? How do they do that? How does this mom comfort her son and give him answers?
Yeah, and that's tough, right? So the last thing you want to see is a situation where a parent is feeling that kind of pain, where a student is feeling that kind of pain. So I think the message really is to be proactive, to take a proactive approach. And one of the best things that we can do to help prevent bullying is to create social networks for children, to make sure that they're supported, that we create situations where they have peer support, where they have support from the adults in the school, where they have support from family members, and where they have support from just mentors in their lives, people that they can turn to. And so the more that parents can do to help facilitate those kind of social connections, the better off students are, and the less likely they are to be bullied.
The great news is that these particular parents have really opened the communication with their children, that they're getting that message when their children are upset, when they're coming home. And so now you have all these resources available for the parents to really lock into the next steps to help their kids out. We have links to all that up on fox61.com.
Absolutely. And I think parents can also rely on the schools, and schools can really try to be proactive about this too and find ways to support students, especially students who they know are more likely to be bullied, like students with disabilities.
Yep.
And really be proactive
It's an important conversation. Thank you so much for getting into it with us today. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
All right, Lorenzo, back to you.
A lot of great information. Thank you, Audrey. Thank you, Sandi. All right, still ahead right here on the Fox 61 News at 5. Yankees fans in a world of hurt tonight. A Major League Baseball channel